Hello everybody. Welcome to a much wider, much brighter video. Welcome, you can actually see me now. I wanted to start off this year right as far as content and covering things goes because we are coming up with Galaxy launch pretty soon, but there is one more phone that's coming out this year that we have not talked about yet. So let's put our Pixel super fans hats on and talk about the Pixel Fold. Let's go over some of these price points and some of the features, the specs of the Pixel Fold. You let me know in the comments what you're expecting and if this seems like it's going to be a good deal for you. Now, the Pixel Fold is launching soon, and what better way to buy the device you've been wanting for ages than with better cell phone service. This video is made in partnership with Mint Mobile. Even if we don't like to admit it, we all spend too much money on something, right? Everybody has an Achilles heel. Everyone has the chink in their armor. Mine is DoorDash. I just get lazy. I would rather just order it than have to, use my rice cooker and chicken, which I should be doing anyway because I'm trying to lose weight, but that doesn't matter. The best way for me to save money on food is to be disciplined and change the way I live. Fortunately, you don't have to do that if you want to save money on your cell phone bill. Let me tell you, the money you will save with Mint Mobile, you could still eat DoorDash and you wouldn't have to get a second job. You have probably heard of Mint Mobile through Ryan Reynolds.
Hey there, it's Ryan Reynolds, owner of Mint Mobile. Enticing, right?
Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for as low as $15 per month, and you don't have to sacrifice coverage, speed, or data. And I can tell you without a doubt that you will save money. You will not lose out on service. They do have the widest 5G network, and they also have HD voice almost everywhere, which was a big thing, and I actually didn't expect that. Ridiculously easy to sign up. You can almost do it accidentally, honestly. They have dramatically upgraded their network. Signing up, like I said, was very, very easy. You put in your information in the app. It does a speed test right there, actually, as you're signing up. It's very informative. If you like, you don't even have to wait for a SIM card. You can download an eSIM. It works on any device, Samsung, Apple, or Google. So it's up to you. You don't even have to port your number right away. You can wait and do that later if you're more comfortable with testing it out first. Either way is fine. Again, no hassle, no arbitrary rules, no arbitrary fees. So I greatly encourage you, click the link and give it a try because best case scenario, you will love the service and you'll save a lot of money. Mint also offers a modern family plan that lets you set up super affordable family plans with as little as 2 lines. Use my link in the description to get premium wireless starting at $15 per month at mintmobile.com/MichaelSecretTech. That is mintmobile.com/MichaelSecretTech. Stop paying more than you need to on your wireless bill and start saving big with Mint Mobile. All right, first off, look how beautiful this device is. This is an incredible feat of technology. This is one of the most beautiful, the best looking phones I have ever seen. That's not because I'm a Pixel fan. I am a Pixel super fan. You saw my hat. Yes, I changed my clothes. I had to re-record some of this. So this is an article from Tech Radar. Shout out to Tech Radar. They do good work. What is it? Google's first foldable phone. Obviously, when is it out? Possibly May 2023. It looks like that has been pushed back to October. Which makes sense. I mean, it's the bigger phone. It's going to be the biggest, best phone that they have. So it would make sense to actually launch it during launch time, not I/O time. Lou later had mentioned it as well. How much will it cost? Possibly $1,800. That seems a little bit steep to me. I will still buy it because it's one that I want to see and I want to experience, but that's high. I was hoping to closer around $1,300-$1,400. Google has been able to bring the cost down dramatically with both the Pixel 6 and 7, the 5A and the 6A as well. So I was hoping either we were going to get a Fold A series for like $1,100, which would be amazing, which I was hoping would look like the Pixel 5. Beautiful design, really, really cool. And it still would outpace every single other Fold except the Galaxy Fold 4 as far as camera goes. But it looks like this one is going to be a little bit higher price than that. I'm okay with it. Early leaks suggest that the Pixel Fold would land in late 2022. That's something we heard multiple times. Obviously, that didn't happen. Design and display. The main information about Google's Pixel Fold comes from this big leak, which includes unofficial renders right here. This comes from Front Page Tech. And then this is Dave 2D, and we're going to get into that in just a second. But it looks like, let's get to the specs here. Other leaks, just the display will be a resolution of 2208 by 1840. That's good. I like to see a high resolution, but it's actually not the most important thing to me. Once we get over like 1080 a little bit above that, whatever the next step is beyond that. I honestly don't even notice. Like, I keep my pixel downgraded half the time because I can't even see it. I would much rather, as this says, will offer up to 1200 nits of brightness and refresh rate that goes up to 120 hertz. That is more important than the resolution. That said, an animation found in Android 12L Beta 2, which I'm sure everyone here has seen. This one right here shows a foldable with a clear hinge here and here, volume rocker, and then the SIM tray. Nice to know that we're not going to get an eSIM only. It looks closer to the Oppo Find N, which I am completely happy with. I really like this size. I think this is a great, it's shorter and stockier, much easier to reach. Go watch the Mr. Mobile video. He did a really good job highlighting this. The only downside is it's Oppo and it doesn't come with Google services. So I am a big fan of how they're potentially more so copying Oppo versus Samsung. Samsung is kind of the semi-truck, the powerhouse phone. So it's great. It's a really good device. But at the same time, it's everything. It's very chunky. So I'm glad to see that this one's a little bit more refined. Benchmark suggests, I don't know where they got a benchmark from, but I mean, let's go with it. The Pixel Fold will have the same Tensor G2 chipset as the Pixel 7 Pro. That sounds right to me. I mean, that has plenty of power. The only thing I've ever had happen that may be the power, but I think it's more the app, because it's an Adobe app and Adobe doesn't know how to program their apps, is Rush. Sometimes when I output a video, when I export a video on Adobe Rush, it'll like miss frames. And I haven't had it happen on any other device, but that's the only thing. To have 12 gigabytes of RAM, that's really good. And then obviously released with Android 14. Hopefully with that 5 years of updates, I can't imagine why not. This is going to be a big step for Google, because I would really want to see how they treat something like this. Google tends to treat a lot of their projects as throwaway, RIP Stadia, RIP Hangouts, RIP all the things. This is a big commitment. This is almost like if Google made like a MacBook, is what I'm thinking here. Because, like, I mean, this, you can't just ditch this. I mean, a phone, you can be like, oh yeah, we made another one, here, take this. Like, this is not something you can just ditch. So I'm really curious what this is going to be like. Actually, if you've had a chance to see the dock on the new Galaxy Fold. Now, it looks a little tedious right here because he's actually in a folder, but it looks really good in person and it flows very well with the UI. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's going to appear on here. I am actually interested to see this because the coloring on here and the hinge on this dummy model, I know it will not look like this, but it's giving me Surface Duo vibes. I don't think it's actually going to do that in real life, but I really like the aluminum frame, like around it down the center. That kind of gives me, Surface Duo vibes. But like I said, I think it's going to be closer to the Oppo phone versus the Surface. This is the dummy unit that Dave2D either had made or had delivered to him for cases. I didn't know Dave2D did cases. I didn't know he made one. And I'm actually surprised that Lou from Unbox Therapy hasn't gotten a dummy unit yet, because he has to do later case. So, really good size. It's definitely not tall and skinny. It's definitely chunkier, kind of like this, you know what I mean? Like, you can see the similarity there, right? It looks good. I really, really like this. There's also a report which claims Google has ordered foldable OLED panels. I like OLED. Of around 7.6 inches from Samsung Display. We have now heard multiple times. So that's probably what it's going to have. So that's kind of all we know so far at this point. Let me know if this has lived up to your expectations, if you were expecting more or less and you're surprised from the Pixel Fold. Would you pay $1,800 for this as it currently stands with Tensor G2, 12 gigs of RAM, 1200 nits of brightness? Actually, I'm not sure where the fingerprint scanner is going to be, because it looks like the power button is not a fingerprint scanner, and I was halfway expecting them to do that, so it's got to be under the display. And if it's anything like the 7, we'll be fine. But yeah, interested in that. Would you pay $1,800 for this device now? Or is that too expensive? What would get you to pay to $1,800? Or what do you think it should cost? Let me know, and thanks for watching, guys.